Welcome to this exploration of Hermetic Pharmacology, chemistry, and therapeutics. We'll delve into the Paracelsian system of medicinal philosophy, examining how ancient wisdom integrates philosophy, science, and religion into a cohesive healing practice. The art of healing was originally one of the secret sciences of priestcraft. Admission to priesthood was only granted to those intellectually and morally qualified to perpetrate their arcanum, meaning their secrets and mysteries. Ancients never considered philosophy, science, and religion as separate units, but as integral parts of the whole. Philosophy was scientific and religious, science was religious and philosophic, and religion was philosophic and scientific. In Hermetic medicine, nearly all diseases are believed to originate from the invisible nature of man, known as the astrum. This philosophy acknowledges the physical body while emphasizing the spiritual principles that influence health. They believed that man's material constitution was an emanation form, or an objectification of, his invisible spiritual principles. Every being has two bodies, a visible substantial one and an invisible transcendent counterpart. The latter, known as the etheric double, plays a crucial role in health and disease, persisting even after physical death. They believed it dissipates only when the physical form has entirely disintegrated. These etheric doubles, seen around graveyards, have given rise to a belief in ghosts. Being much finer in its substances than the earthly body, the etheric double is far more susceptible to impulses and disharmonies. Derangements in the astral light body can lead to disease. A negative mental state may poison one's etheric nature, manifesting as physical ailments by disrupting the natural flow of vital life force. Disease caused by etheric double derangements can be reharmonized by bringing into contact bodies whose vital energy could supply required elements, or were strong enough to overcome the diseased conditions existing in the aura of the sufferer. The concept of mumia, a medium for vital life force, is central to Hermetic healing. It involves harnessing the etheric double of consumed substances to nourish the human body, facilitating the flow of vital energy. The most universal form of the mumia is ether, a substance serving as a medium between the realm of vital energy and that of organic and inorganic substance. When man incorporates dead animal or plant structures into his own body, he first gains control over the mumia, or etheric double, of the animal or plant. Then the human organism diverts the flow of the vital life force to its own uses. Lesser life forms, such as plants, having different organisms and needs from man, are often able to assimilate these substances without ill effect, though at other times die in order for the higher life form to survive. Once full assimilation has occurred along with death and disintegration, complete recovery results. Plants often reveal their healing properties through their shapes, corresponding to specific human organs. Hermetic philosophers identified 7 primary causes of disease. 1. Evil spirits, creatures born of degenerate actions, subsisting on the vital energies of those whom they attach themselves. 2. Derangement of spiritual and physical nature, failing to coordinate, produce mental and physical subnormality. 3. Unhealthy or abnormal mental attitude, melancholia, morbid emotions, excess of feelings such as passions, lust, greed, hate, which reacts with the physical body affects mumia, resulting in ulcers, tumors, cancers, fevers, and tuberculosis. They also believed germs to be minute creatures born out of man's evil thoughts and actions. 4. Karma, also known as the law of compensation. The individual pays in full for the indiscretions and delinquencies of the past. Physicians had to be very careful with how they interfered with the workings of this law, lest he thwart the plan of eternal justice. 5. Motions and aspects of the heavenly or celestial bodies. Stars impel sickness. Strong, wise men control them, the weak are controlled by them. Causes 1 to 5 are superphysical in nature, therefore inductive and deductive reasoning and careful consideration must be applied by the patient. 6. Misuse of faculty, organ, or function, such as overstraining a member or overtaxing the nerves. 7. Foreign substance, impurities, or obstructions in the system. Consider diet, air, sunlight, and foreign bodies. These causes require careful consideration and reasoning for effective treatment. According to Hermetic philosophers, there are 7 ways to successfully combat or prevent disease. 1. Spells and invocations. Here a physician orders evil spirit causing disease to depart from the patient. 2. Vibration. Bodily disharmonies were neutralized by chanting spells and intoning the sacred names, or by playing musical instruments and singing, or utilizing chromotherapy. 3. Talismans, amulets, and charms. These items can be used to cure disease by serving as a channel to connect the person wearing them with certain manifestations of the universal vital life force. Ancients believed that the planets controlled the functions of the body, and metal charms could combat the malignant influences of the various stars. For example, an anemic lacks iron and must wear iron to bring in the influence of Mars, which it is ruled by. If a person has too much iron in their system, they'd be subjected to a talisman composed of a metal that corresponds to a planet having an antipathy to Mars, offsetting the Mars energy, thus aiding in restoring normality. 4. Herbs. Herbs comprise the favorite remedies in Hermetic healing, and like metal, each associated with a planet. By using herbs corresponding to planetary influences, practitioners can counteract diseases and restore harmony within the body. We will cover this in more detail in the next section. 5. Prayer. Paracelsus said, faith would cure all disease through the compassionate intercession of the deity for the alleviation of human suffering. Few persons, however, possess a sufficient degree of faith. 6. Prevention through regulation of diet and daily habits. Avoid things which cause illness. As health is the normal state of man, disease is the result of man's disregard of the dictates of nature. 7. Practical medicine, including bleeding, purging, and similar lines of treatment, is used cautiously in Hermetic practices. While beneficial in moderation, these treatments can be dangerous if overused, highlighting the need for balance. In Dr. Culpepper's correlation of astrology and herbalism, he summed up his system of treatment as follows. You may oppose diseases by herbs of the planet opposite to the planet that causes them, as diseases of Jupiter by herbs of Mercury, and the contrary, diseases of the luminaries by the herbs of Saturn, and the contrary, diseases of Mars by herbs of Venus, and the contrary. There's a way to sometimes cure disease by sympathy, i.e., every planet can cure its own disease. Sun and moon herbs cure the eyes, Saturn the spleen, Jupiter the liver, Mars the gall and choler, and Venus the reproductive organs. Thank you for joining this journey into Hermetic pharmacology and therapeutics. By understanding these ancient teachings, we gain insights into a holistic approach to health, blending spiritual and physical elements.